What up, Skate? Welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryce the Fourth. You're hearing out raw reaction and interactive with the masses. No subject is safe. You hear the people in the noise, but that's the point, because without the people, ooh, what is the point? Embrace them vibrations. Hey, we are into the middle of almost being spring, and now we got NFL tampering time. If you don't know what NFL tampering time is, it's the time where you could just talk to players and say what you want to say, slide some notes to, their agents. But at the end of the day, the season for free agency started today. If you don't think that these deals weren't already done when they went to the combine, tampering, if you don't think that these deals weren't already done, you're stupid. You're dumb. You're dumb. And as always, I got to talk about my birds. Jalen Phillips, he goes to Carolina for $120 million. I'm happy for him. Go get your coins. If you're not familiar with what Jalen Phillips' career has been, shout out to you. He had a pretty decent, first 2 years towards ACL, comes to the Eagles, had a really great, outing for his role. Go to Carolina and get and take their money. Why not? And then you get Reed Blankenship, one half of the exciting whites. He gets to go to the Texans, 2 years, $27.5 million. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away from his money. $24.75 million. I think it was $12 million guaranteed. Go get your cash, my boy.
They give it out. They give out over $2 billion already.
Yes.
Over $2 billion.
Yeah, he hit it. $2 billion. Nakobe Dean. He goes to the Raiders. 3 years, 35. Raiders get some defensive leadership, which they desperately needed with their track record in the past, 10 years. And then you get Jahan Dotson. He leaves. I personally thought that we could have kept Jahan Dotson, but he probably got the money for the Falcons. And now I think with Jahan Dotson is that he was on a team that he wasn't getting targets. Now he's on a team that he's going to get probably less targets when you got Bowers, you got Bijan. They brought back Eliminated Zacchaeus. So we shall see. Every person so far that has left the Birds, they went out and got their money. I'm okay with that. This whole Jalen Carter discourse, if he gets traded, I can understand, because that's how free agency works. A price is a price. You don't, if it's 2 firsts, why would you not do that? A first and a player that can impact immediately, why not? But at the same time, the Eagles are not signing these players that a lot of people want it back, because we have to free up money. This is what good teams, these are the problems that good teams have. And that's just the fact, because Stone Cold said so. Go Birds. All right, so I'm going to get into the free agency signs. And if I don't have to talk about it or make a comment, I'm not, because it's just doesn't need to be said. But I'll have my little bits here and there. And obviously we got to start with Max Crosby to the Ravens. Holy shit. This is one of those times where you got to say both teams won. The Raiders needed picks because their team is shitty. And the Ravens need a defensive player that can elevate everyone else. So you get Max Crosby, who motor on a beam, never stops, always pressuring the quarterback. Even if you have B cornerbacks, he's rushing the quarterback into situations where the DBs don't have to worry about, oh shit, I might have slipped or I might have fucked that up. Because you look and then this fucking quarterback is just throwing up a duck. That's what Matt Crosby is about. Not the greatest run stopper, but that doesn't matter. Because he can put your team in 3rd and 12. He can put your team in 3rd and 9. And you don't want to see Matt Crosby in that. He wanted to leave. a year ago, honestly. He stuck around. Kudos to him. And he gets traded to a team who was a contender immediately. My thing is, now Lamar Jackson has no excuses whatsoever. You have a great defense. You got a running back. You got some receivers. You still got a tight end. And still, you have to show up in the playoffs. I don't give a fuck about you going 13-3. MVPs count. I get it. But where are the rings at? You get Mike Evans to the Niners. 13,000 yards, 108 touchdowns, and he still leads the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in receptions. It was tough. If you're a Buccaneers fan, I'm sure it was tough to see him go. But the Niners signed him for 3 years, making $20 million a year at the age of 33. Yikes. That's a steal for Mike Evans. I'm sure Brock Purdy is happy, but you got Ricky Pearsall hurt all the time. You got Ayuk hurt all the time. So, how's that pan out for you? Travis Kelce, he's back for his 14th year. Apparently, it's 1 year. He can make up to $12 million a year. And if he's not going out there at this point, give me 50, 70 receptions, 900 yards. What was the purpose of coming back? Apparently, he said that his fiance, her name, encouraged him to come back. Good for her, and good for him. You get Alex Pierce, 4 years, $116 million. That's a lot for a receiver who is, I guess you could just say he's a deep threat, but he's a phenomenal deep threat. He led the league in receptions per yards last year, 17. Sheesh. And with Michael Pittman being traded to the Steelers, you might have to be the guy. I wanted to equate it to the Rams with the Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp thing happening last year, where they were like, we can let go of Cooper because we got Puka. I don't think it's the same because neither one of those receivers, when I'm saying those receivers, I mean Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman, weren't Cooper Kupp. We'll see. Kenneth Walker III to the Chiefs. This is one of my most intriguing signings because the Chiefs understood in the last 2-3 years, even when they went to the Super Bowl, they were just missing a run game. They were missing a bell cow. They were missing a guy they could rely on where it's like, hey, can we get 20, rushes? Because after Pacheco, broke his leg, couldn't find anything. And he got some significant money, as he should, because he's a Super Bowl MVP. This was the piece where if you're the ownership, I don't care how much money it costs, we have not been able to, resolve this issue through the draft. Let's go get the Super Bowl MVP. Tyler Linbaum, he's a center, went to the Raiders. He's making $27 million this year. The Raiders are not fucking around right now. You went out the Raiders and got the best center, signed him for the most money. Sure, I'm okay with that because essentially they're going to bring in Tyler Mendoza, the rookie. You got to protect him. Number one priority is protecting your investments, and they essentially did that with the best center out there in free agency. Rashid Shaheed stays in Seattle. It was 3 years, $51 million, almost 35 guaranteed. Get your coins, my boy. Isaiah Likely to the Giants. 3 years, $40 million. I saw Des Bryant talking about how the NFC East is not going to have to worry about the Eagles and the Commanders. You will be sorely mistaken. Just because they signed Isaiah Likely, whatever, my boy. Tua, I talked about it last week. I didn't know where he was going. To the Falcons for a year. You got to break it down to the fact that Tua is a left-handed quarterback. Penix is a left-handed quarterback. Tua is a very hurt quarterback. Penix is a very hurt quarterback. You've got so many playmakers on that team. Drake London. You got Bijan. You got Kyle Pitts on a franchise tag year. It's going to be hard to fuck this up. If I was the Atlanta Falcons and their fans, I'd be worried about fucking it up. I believe that Tua is going to play in some games, and this is a good time for him to just relax. So, good for Tua. That's all I have to say, because it was never going to work out with the Dolphins. And then you get Travis Etienne to the Saints. And this is it's not a problem, but this is a conversation, because Alvin Kamara, the greatest Saints running back to have ever lived, because of longevity and the amount of yards that he's had, what do you do with him? Etienne is younger. He's been productive. So what do you do? And that's a front office thing for the Saints. Khalil Mack stayed with the Chargers. That's not a big deal. Kenny Gainwell to the Bucks. Shout out to Kenny G, Super Bowl champion. Kenny G for 2 years. Indeed. 2 years, $12 million. Indeed. And then Rico Dowdle goes to the Steelers. The Titans have signed 9 free agents, including Wan'Dale Robinson from the Giants. Who cares about that? They're just spending money to spend money. And then the Commanders have retained 10 players, so they didn't let 10 of their players go, including Laramie Tunsil. Granted, Laramie Tunsil is an elite lineman. 2 years, $60 million. Go get your money. You got Gardner Minshew to the Cardinals, which means what the fuck is Kyler doing? Where's Kyler? We ain't heard from Kyler forever. They were talking about him going to the A's because he was a baseball prospect. What does that even mean? Isaiah Pacheco, he goes to the Detroit Lions to be the backup to Jahmyr Gibbs because they gave away their backup. So, and Isaiah Pacheco is just a hurt person all the time, just stomping on the ground, just getting himself hurt. And Trent McDuffie, Trent McDuffie is a cornerback. He got traded from the Chiefs to the Rams for picks, made him the highest paid cornerback in the league at $30 million. Woo! He could suck for 2 years and still made that money. These are my 2 trades, or 2 signings. One's a trade, one's a signing. DJ Moore got traded to the Bills for a 2nd-round pick. Now, if you're just bored, go ahead and Google DJ Moore's stats. He's only had one 1,000-yard season, always hurt, and he's a mid receiver. And you want to send him to the Bills, who need a numero uno at the very minimal, because they still have Cook at running back, and you still have Josh Allen. You need to give him a bona fide number 1, and DJ Moore is not a bona fide number 1. Bears fans were okay being like, oh, we got a fucking 2nd for DJ Moore? Yeah, I'll take that. But my 2 things, I'm sorry. Malik Willis to the Dolphins. I think, and this is just me because I watch a lot of football, I think this is going to be really good. He goes into a situation where it's his former head coach and his former GM who know him from day one. If you didn't watch, you saw Malik Willis play and was way better than viable in that system in Green Bay. Gave him 3 years, 72 milli. Why not? Why, don't do that. His upside is insane. He's Malik Willis was doing things where with no expectations whatsoever. He was just going out there and being a football player. I like it. Granted, first year with the Dolphins, probably not going to be good, but he is going to make some differences in Miami. Jalen Waddle, if I was Jalen Waddle, I'd be fucking ecstatic. Also, Geno Smith back to the Jets. If you don't know, the Jets drafted this man, sent him away. If I was Geno, I'd be crying on my pillow at night seeing that fucking Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl a year after they fucking traded me away. But it is what it is. Listen, free agency has been crazy. And it's still not over. It's only been a couple days. In other news, World Baseball Classic. Listen, if you like baseball and you're not watching a World Baseball Classic, you're a fucking idiot. They're pimping home runs. Dominican Republic is absolutely thrashing teams. You're getting grand slams with different broadcast, languages, which is fire. You're getting fights on the Canadian team and the Mexican team apparently fought after they beamed the 4-player straight. Listen, these are the vibes that you need in baseball. I don't give a fuck. World Baseball Classic is fired. Also, Jason Tatum, he came back after less than 300 days of rehabbing an Achilles injury. Now, a lot of people, including me, said this is too soon. And then the man comes out and plays 27 minutes back-to-back. Scores 20, scores 19. Mind you, his shooting wasn't that great. I saw him almost get blocked. But that's what happens when you have an Achilles injury. And he's still... Now listen, they got to manage that man's minutes. I fucking hate the Celtics, but this is a good story because, I'm a Duke fan. Shout out to Jason Tatum. So we shall see. This is March. And when I say this is March, it's March Madness. Next week, we're going to get some good games. I told you losers that Miami of Ohio was going to get in, and if they didn't, I'd be rioting because that's dumb. You go 31-0, you deserve to be in the tournament. Don't care. I don't care about your strength of schedule. Make them a 12 seed. Don't care. Do not care. This is March. My favorite regular season college stat is there's a guy named Chase Johnson that he plays at High Point. He's 64 for 134 from 3. He is 0 for 4 from 2. Because I fuck the 2s. 3 is more than 2. I love that mentality. Love it. And, always got to shout out. This weather is crazy. I got fucking short sleeves on. And you always see me with my hoodies on. And it's nice out here. But don't get it fucked up. It's about to get cold right back. It's still March. Let's go. Rick! Just like fine China. Uh-huh.